So this is the room we've just fixed a hole in the roof in, and then there's a window at the front here, and another kind of weird little window at the front here, and this is the bed mat, the bed base I was telling you about, covering up the staircase that comes up here. So have a window up there, probably a bit bright to get, and then this leads to, I think the design is just bizarre, but basically we're in the second house, the house to the right as you're looking at it from the front here. And this leads through to the house on the left. And this is the upstairs room here, which again is a complete disaster. We've actually made some progress in clearing out some of the mess. The previous owner left just loads of junk here. As I said, we know there's been squatters and everything, so all sorts of belongings we've had to clear out. But what we've done is we've just thrown them out the window and we'll gather them downstairs when we get there. So this is the fireplace here, and there's the wall. Now behind this wall there's actually more space. There's a third staircase behind that wall that comes up to basically comes up from the ground floor to behind that wall, and that's it. There's nothing there. So at some point that wall's going to have to come down, because then we also get access to the roof. So above us here, above the ceiling, there is actually another space. So in theory this will end up with 3-story house. This would be the middle story, the second story if you like. You've got the ground floor, this floor, and then a floor above us. So that's what's going to happen, we think. And then here there's a staircase which leads us down to the ground floor, which is extremely dark, but I'll try and get down here without falling over, without a light. As you'll see, we go round the staircase and we come down into, I don't know what you'd call this part of the house, the back of the front of the house, I don't know, somewhere in the middle of the house. And then here we're back here into the front room, which we're gathering all the rubbish in at the moment and getting ready to take it down to the dump. And then back around here we're back to the front door. So we could take a little walk down the back. The light's very bad down here, so you won't be able to see much, I don't think. But we'll give it a go. So on the right we have a very, very salubrious toilet, which it's too dark in there to see anything. But then next door to that is the bathroom. Again, it was the bathroom. It's completely wrecked as usual. Everything else in this house is wrecked. This is an extension that was built on at some later date. Really not much to see apart from the complete mess. And then through here, again it's very dark in here. I don't know how well this is going to show up. But then there's another door here that leads us through to the back of the building, which someone's locked, which must have been sealed because I didn't do it. And it's too dark here, but that is the back door. You can see the light coming in under the back door. So let's take a closer look at these outbuildings, which I said on a previous video are going to have to come down at some point. So you can see they're pretty rotten and derelict, and really not much you really want to keep of this. So the sun's very bright there. So this is all going to have to come down eventually, but again it's not a priority. It's just there's all sorts of junk in here, nothing of any use I don't think. Corrugated sheeting, and then the tree. Then what have we been doing today? Well, that rear door into the second half of the house, we've just closed it. We've already, as I said, inside that room there's a staircase that leads up into the upper room there, which we were in earlier, which is where the skylight we fixed earlier, or temporarily fixed. And this morning when I went in the house, there was a pigeon in the house. Now whether that got in through this door here, which it could get in at that point, or whether it's come through the roof, I don't know. But whatever we've done, we've sealed the stairway at the top in that room there, and now I've also sealed the door. I mean it's not secure as such, but it will stop any animals getting in, so that's the main thing. And you can just see in the corner of your picture there, Cecile is now starting on removing the ivy from the side of the extension at the back. Again, we're just going to start doing it and see where it takes us. We've already done a little bit of it here. I suspect we've stripped away here. I suspect the brickwork is pretty damaged under there. And it may even be a case that the ivy is actually holding up the building. But we'll soon find out when we pull it down, when we pull the ivy off. So Yeah, I would film a bit more Cecile, but her trousers are around her bum, and it'd be a bit embarrassing. So yeah, that's what we're doing at the moment, and that's it for now. We'll see how we get on. We'll come back and show you how far we get. Okay, so end of the third day, or it's not really the third day, but this will go down the third day video. We've actually got the fourth or fifth day, but we've had Easter in between and a couple of days we couldn't do much. So we've made massive progress on this wall with the ivy. It's not perfect. It's still got to be finished, but we've moved everything off the roof. We've got the majority off the walls now. I mean, if we go a bit closer, you see there is still some there, but it's so embedded into the stones. There's some roots there still embedded in. Those we can come back and remove the next time. The main thing is we've disconnected the ivy off the floor to the wall, so in theory no more will grow now between now and the next time that we come to work on it. So now we look at the outbuildings from this side. We haven't really looked at it from this side yet, so they've got to come down. They've got to come down. There's just a simple structure. It's going to fall down eventually, I think, anyhow. And then we've got this structure here, which is the end of the extension, this is the part that's got the asbestos in it. This was originally used for housing the oil tank for the central heating. All houses here used to run on oil. Of course, that's not really a viable option anymore, so that will have to go. And as I say, the building's not safe anyhow. You can see up there's the crack in the doorway there, so it's going to actually fall down at some point anyhow. So anybody who's watching this video, you live in the Mauron area of France and you're in destruction rather than construction, you know, drop us a comment if you're interested in some work. If someone's going to do this work. As I say, the asbestos one will have to be done in a controlled fashion, but if you know how to do it and you've got the skills and you're in the area, then let us know. So that's it for now. We're going to be actually heading home, back to Spain for a few days now, and we'll be back to continue.